welcome to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I am your host, Kaitlyn Blum. Today with us, we have Abby and Andy from Blackhawk Hills Regional Council. So can you tell us what the council is?
So Blackhawk Hills Regional Council is the regional planning organization and economic development district for 6 counties here in Northwest Illinois. That includes Carroll, Lee, Joe Davies, Stevenson, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And we assist with a whole bunch of different projects. Like, what is some of what you're working on, Andy?
So a lot of my time is in economic development in Lee and Ogle counties, and primarily in the city of Dixon and city of Rochelle. I take care of a program that's called the Lee Ogle Enterprise Zone. Enterprise zones are an economic development tool in Illinois, and it's a tax incentive for business construction. So I take care of that for those and many other cities in those 2 counties, and those are available in our other counties as well that I don't directly help with, but that's quite a bit of my time. And then also working a lot lately with our trail counters, which is one offshoot of our interest in trails and conservation. We have 8 new counters that are actually counting directions of bicyclists and pedestrians on trails at 8 different locations in our 6 counties. Mm-hmm. One is here in just a mile or so from where we are in Rock Falls here at the base of the dam, or the upper Sterling Dam. At the beginning of the bridge there, it's able to count, as mentioned, pedestrian and bikes, tell which direction they're going. With bikes, it can tell how fast they're going. So a really high-tech thing that's embedded in the pavement there that Sterling Park District let us put in there. But we have other counters as well that just are just a number, and we have 18 of those around the region as well. So it's a lot of fun to see the traffic. We see traffic as a lot of things. It can be used for planning and future applications for projects, but also the data can inform a business location. If someone is thinking about maybe a tourism-related business in one of our communities, they might want to know what the traffic is going through, and on that amenity, it's available then to them to have that data. So
that's really cool. So you have a lot going on in terms of economic development.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I want to know is specifically, I know you guys are doing some special things in terms of housing.
Yes.
And specifically, you have a housing design competition going on.
Yes.
So can you tell me more about that?
So we applied for an AARP Community Challenge Grant, and we did receive that funding. They gave us about $15,000, and then we supplemented that with our own money so that we could offer prizes to basically get housing designs into our hands. We know that there is a housing shortage in the area, and also that housing is older, and older housing is extremely hard to adapt to people that might have physical limitations, especially older people. And so that's what this design competition is sort of focused on. Is we want people to submit their designs so that they'll be universally accessible and multi-generational. The multi-generational component is largely because we want older people and families with children to live together in a community so that they can help each other out. Getting in-house care, getting assistance when you're having trouble getting up and down stairs or maybe mowing your lawn is hard as you get older. So if you have a community of children nearby, maybe one of them can come and help you out. And likewise, childcare is extremely expensive everywhere. It can be up to like 31% of median household income in our counties. And if you can have like an older neighbor who's retired who can watch your kids for you, just being right there with you, that would be a great big help to a lot of families in our area. So we're really hoping that these designs are not just going to create affordable housing for our regions, but housing that people can grow old with and live in and build a community with.
That's really cool. So like, who can enter this competition?
So any designer, architect that's in the United States. We are trying to encourage and keep money locally. So there are 6 total prizes. 5 of them are judged prizes based on a judging panel that we've put together. 2 of those prizes are reserved exclusively for people that have a connection to our 6-county region. That can mean they lived here, that can mean they went to school here, That can mean that they currently are living or going to school here, but they don't have to be at this time. And then the other prizes are for anybody else. Also, if you are in Northwest Illinois and you don't receive a prize, but you meet our competition guidelines, we have stipends for those people as well. So like I said, we're really trying to encourage people in the community who are like, well, how can I compete with a big architect up in Chicago? Well, we're trying to help you compete with them.
Yeah, so that's really cool with the design. So like, how like specifically is that gonna like transfer into like helping with our housing?
So what we will do is for the winning designs, or really any design that we like, but especially for the winning designs, is we have decided that we might enter into a contract with those. BHRC, so Blackhawk Hills Regional Council, we call ourselves BHRC, will reach out to those winners and say, hey, we really like your design. Are you willing to work within any communities in our area? And then we'll reach out to the municipalities. Like we might reach out to Sterling, we might reach out to Rochelle, we might reach out to Rock Falls and say, would you be interested in any of these designs in your community? And then we will facilitate getting those designs further along so that those projects can actually be built in those communities.
Cool, I like that, just bridging the gap.
Yeah, exactly. We might help with money as well, but I don't want to like confirm that right now.
It's hard to say, yeah. But that is a really cool concept though, because like you said, housing, I talk to, Sterling, Rock Falls, and Dixon, city employees all the time. So that is something that's a reoccurring topic that we touch on. So it's really cool to see that there's a different, organization in our community, like helping the Sauk Valley area with something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the other projects that you guys have going on?
In addition to the trails development that Andy was talking about, I am also working on, I help communities with grant writing, so I've been helping several communities in our area with writing and receiving and managing grants. So if a community is out there and needs help with writing and administering grants, I can definitely assist with that. We are, along with we're doing trail imaging out on the trails. So we got a 360 camera, we tied it to the back of a bike with a pole on the end, and we go out and we ride the trails, and now you can go into Google Street View and see all the trails in our region from that camera angle. I've also been working with IDNR on water supply planning in our region. So that's a very important topic. A lot of people don't think that Illinois can go dry because we have the Great Lakes near us, but it can be a problem out here. Andy, did you have any other projects you wanted to highlight?
I would just, mention that what we just discussed on a work call today, but Safe Routes to School program, a lot of communities in our area have used that. We're assisting one with their application right now. One of our other planners, Abby, worked with the Unsewered Community Grant as well with the local community. There's all kinds of programs to help out different communities in different aspects where they need help, and that's where Blackhawk Hills can come in and help out, especially with the smaller communities. They don't typically have the capacity to understand and navigate a complicated grant process. Some of these things are very deep with their financial requirements and various other things. What's what were we just talking about?
Open space and land acquisition development.
The one particular aspect where it was.
Where they didn't. They didn't.
There's all these registrations.
The registration properly, and we were worried about the deadline coming up.
So it's a very deep, complicated world to navigate in, and bigger, sophisticated cities like Sterling, Dixon, Rock Falls. They have the capacity to do those things typically in-house in their city managers and other offices. And some of the smaller communities just need that little extra helping hand.
One thing I would also like to mention is we do help with planning. So we're currently helping Carroll County with their comprehensive plan. We've helped Polo with their comprehensive plan. On our website, we also have the CEDS, which is the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy. So any local communities in our area that don't have a comprehensive plan but need like a planning document to reference, they can look at that, and it covers the whole 6-county area and all municipalities. So they should definitely check out our website, blackhawkhills.com. Not to plug it, but,
No, that's all right, yeah.
but it's a really helpful resource for people that are trying to apply for grants, because a lot of communities in our area don't have planning documents, but we have one for everybody. So just look on that and steal from it and take it and fill in your grant application with it.
And then did you guys want to touch on what you're doing for walkability in some of these smaller communities?
Oh, yes. I have been doing walk audits for 6 of the communities in our region. We've gone out to 4 of them so far, and basically we walk along their sidewalks and we make notations of where the sidewalks aren't compliant with ADA regulations, or where maybe a sidewalk is missing. With the Safe Routes to School, that's very helpful. We went out to Dakota and showed them, like, hey, the sidewalk ends before you quite get to the school. And that's who we're helping with the grant application actually with right now. And so we're using that data so that they can apply to future grants, or just know what sidewalks need fixed, so that then they can go out and a lot of them don't even know what the ADA regulations exactly are, because they can get really complicated right now. And so we can point out, like, hey, this actually needs to be fixed.
That's great. Yeah, like I said, walkability is something that I've always been a huge advocate for. So it's so great to hear that, like you said, some of these smaller communities, they have less resources, that you guys are there to assist them with that.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I wanted to say thank you, Abby and Andy, for talking with me today. I learned a lot about your organization.
One other thing, we're in the middle of a painting project at our office here in Rock Falls. That's pretty exciting. The local muralist artist, Ann Hermes, is painting a mural on our entire back wall, so it'll be the back side of our office in 309 First Avenue here in Rock Falls. But so the alley side where that will be, but over the next couple months, that's being painted by a muralist, and it will be a pretty neat presentation when it's done.
Piece of art to see, absolutely.
So yeah, check that out.
We try to give back to the community and model what we want people to do in the community as much as possible.
Well, I can't wait to see that completed. Thank you for letting me know that.
Absolutely.
She's done, I don't know what all in the area, but probably the grain bins that are there on the Sterling side of the river. That are painted very bright, vivid colors, and so we're going to have something very bright and beautiful too.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate anybody helping us get the word out.
I want to say thank you to our listeners and to our production crew as well. Remember that the Radar Free Press is free, so we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to keep us thriving. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out theradar.com.